can the lockdown and the North Node in Gemini boost your side hustle or change your career? In 2020, we've had massive, huge astrology. Jupiter-Pluto conjunction with Saturn in Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus. The astrology of 2020 means we're looking at the way we work, how we earn money, and what we value. There's a real seeking for truth with these transits. When COVID broke, the North Node was in Cancer, and it forced people home to address family, security, homeland. Where is it safe? COVID and lockdown brought up feelings of isolation and loneliness. Relationships were tested and living arrangements got all changed around. Many people had their hours reduced or took a pay cut. Rosters got turned upside down. Exams and graduations were delayed, and systems and supply chains that we relied on buckled under the pressure. COVID started to expose all the cracks in the system. We won't be post-COVID for a few years yet, but it's brought up a big question of how we want to live. The North Node in Gemini gives an 18-month opportunity to explore new options. Many people are looking at new careers or a side hustle, something that gives them more meaning, more flexibility, more purpose. At the end, we'll go through each of the signs to see how your sign works for you. The North Node in Gemini opens up a portal to bringing out our best, where opportunity can open up. It moved into Gemini in May 2020, when lockdown and work from home became a thing, and everyone had to learn Zoom etiquette. Gemini looks for solutions, an elegant means of bringing opposites together, and it does this through duality. It's ruled by Mercury, who is a conduit and a connector, carrying messages between different parties and worlds. Mercury rules communication, connections, transport, education, and siblings. The idea of commuting to work, or even doing one specified task, is over. Gemini is talented, adaptable, a jack of all trades, and it doesn't need a university degree to prove its worth. Gemini would probably prefer hands-on training, short courses, learning on the job as you go, do-it-yourself YouTube videos. Gemini is versatile, and it needs two things to keep the balance. This could mean a part-time job or job sharing, doing 2 hours a week here, 2 hours a week there, or 2 days a week. It can mean you have independence with something to move between two spaces. This really supports your side hustle to get your feet on the ground without putting too much pressure on trying to make it a success in the first moment or even earn money from it. Just to get your feet on the ground, your connections, your study, your knowledge, all of those Gemini things in place. Gemini makes it easier to keep all the plates spinning in the air. If you're looking for opportunities to capitalize on these gem jobs, anything in this list is going to be good for any sign. Gem jobs can include communications, logistics, courier, repairs and solutions, advocacy, brokerage, anything that involves two streams of income, breath work, anything to do with the breath, the lungs, or the limbs, mobility, education, training and teaching, anything to do with children or childcare, including orphanages, or even working with siblings. So you might find a reason to set up a business or a partnership with a sibling. And that could also include a franchise. Links and connections of all types, the nervous system, the blood system, the lymphatic system, wires and cables, coordination, personal training, yoga teacher training. Gemini also is the sign of the lovers. And because it's two parts, it rules relationships, the connections, bringing opposites together. So anything to do with relationships. Gemini is the communicator. So anything to do with speaking, It also has a local or a neighbourhood focus. So if you've got something that services your neighbourhood, an idea for that, that could be really good. We've got anything to do with online learning, web design, online services, online delivery, graphic design, writing, alchemy. Gemini's very psychic work, channeling, podcasts, blogs, editing, proofreading, copywriting, gaming, coding, languages, translation, anything to do with dual aspects. Now we're going to go through all the signs to see where the Gemini North Node can help your side hustle. This transit is in place until January 2022, so you've got a bit of time to get things in motion. But take a dive, use the opportunity. If you want to know where Gemini is in your chart, look at my How to Birth Chart video on my YouTube channel. That'll help you get your bearings. And if you want to learn my mystery school topics, check me out at Teachable or at merrylkey.com. Remember to like, follow, share and subscribe. Here's the Gemini North Node in your sign. Aries, you have North Node in the place of your chart that rules local neighbourhood, teaching, studying, local businesses, independent businesses, communications. It's a really lucky placement. In this time, you might be doing something pioneering, out there on your own, being the first to get onto it. It could also involve bikes. I'm looking at anything that's got transport, but Aries likes machines as well, so anything to do with bikes, subcontracting, fixing things, a repair person or handy person, motorcycles, local travel and tours, sustainability. Anything that's got hands-on training, maybe fitness or sport or in security, including cybersecurity. Taurus, between now and January 2022, you might be looking for a tree change, getting back to basics or simplifying. But it's hard to feel safe without steady cash flow. You might need to maintain a day job so the bills and the fundamentals of life are covered, and that frees you up to explore something Geminian. Whatever you put in, you'll get back with this placement. So investments in sustainability, Bitcoin, supplies and resources, as well as Gemini areas previously mentioned in that list, any of these could really work for you. Taurus, also, it might be something where you use your body as a resource. For example, personal training, fitness, modelling or manual labour. The voice is really powerful in this position, so you could find a talent for speaking, singing or sales. Gemini, until January 2022, you are the lucky ones. Change is upon you. And where this change is manifesting is in your appearance, how you put yourself out there in the world, the responsibilities you take on and how people view you. Your roles are springing in a new direction. And while the North Node is in your sign, your best investment is in yourself. To be the manifester and the inventor and the creator and the driver of a new path. You might be taking bold moves, but your eye for detail, your multi-talents, and the gift of the gab means that you can negotiate what you want to implement with any plan. Those options in that Gemini list will really suit you, and the timing is good for a new chapter. Cancer, if you're looking for a new career path or new purpose and meaning, the Gemini North Node is in quite a mystical part of your astrology chart. And this means things like getting in deep, counselling, therapy, detective work, research, working with ancestors or spirit guides, even genealogy. There's psychic and spiritual work that's connected with this aspect. But it also could be about working behind the scenes, for instance, being a ghostwriter or working under a false name. This is also a good aspect to work with institutions, not necessarily within the walls of an institution, but within the system, for example, in hospital or health, outreach, aged care, security, childcare, or supported accommodation. Leo, until January 2022, you can really have some fun with this placement. The Gemini North Node opens up hopes, dreams and wishes for you. It also opens up friendships, communities, connections within group work. So you might find yourself leading some sort of group, connecting through the internet or through technology, shifting your business online. This is a great aspect if you want to broadcast. So if you're looking at being an influencer, Leo, this is a really great opportunity for you. Virgo, it's possible you've seen a lot of change going through your career and how you earn your money, the title and roles that you've placed, the responsibilities put on you. You might have been caring for others or having to shift your work around to adapt to these big COVID changes and lockdown. For the time being and for this Gemini North Node, you might prefer to stay put where you are and adapt and change within the career and the role that you have. There might be a different role or a better deal or more flexibility where you are. Many of you have reached a turning point in your career and you're looking to split your time up, to semi-retire or to turn a hobby into a business. You might have to partner up with someone to achieve this, but there's a really good long-range plan or investment you can capitalise up until Jan 2022. Libra, you're looking at broadening your horizons, and this might mean your side hustle or your career change takes place in a remote location or off-site. It might involve online learning or self-publishing. Anything to do with languages, styling, even fashion or a design platform. Something with trading, shopping trips or overseas supplies. The Gemini North Node is in a place that makes you reach out beyond, and it involves teaching as well. So with Libra, you might even like beauty products or beautiful products, and maybe it's about giving tutorials or advice on that. Scorpio, this Gemini North Node transit until Jan 2022 might have you seeing a lot of endings and beginnings. Now, you're very strong, Scorpio, so it's not new for you to have to go through this. But there's actually a new cycle, a rebirth, that's happening in your sign over this period. The Gemini North Node connects you to those really deep places of life and birth and death and taxes as well. So if you decide that you have got a gift for working in palliative care or being a doula, a death doula or a birth doula, a midwife, anything to do with birth or death, you could be a financial advisor, accounting or a bookkeeper. This might also inspire you to look at being a therapist or grief counselling, helping people close an estate, helping people with obsessive disorders. These are all aspects that might pique your interest in this time, and you will have a talent for it. Other things that come up in this position for you are looking at retirement, being a shaman, being a celebrant, or being the benefactor, or having a gift or an award or a subsidy suddenly come through for you, potentially through siblings. Sag, this Gemini opportunity for you opens up in the place of relationships. So the key to your success is finding that Gemini partnership, bringing opposites together to find a whole. And this might mean you actually partner with affiliated members or literally in your own relationship. It could mean the people you know and the connections you have are able to open doors for you. Or suddenly you find your little side hustle is put on a platform where you're exposed to more through that relationship. It's possible, Sag, that you'll be going back to a gift or a talent that you'd forgotten about, or it had died away, the dream had disappeared, And it's possible there's more conversation or communication or writing up and setting up, planning, getting a blueprint for that idea. Capricorn, you've been through so much with these big astrology changes. These big signs, Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto, have all been grinding up your zodiac sign. And that means your identity in the world has taken a real shake-up. There's not really a chance of going back with this Capricorn, but you are strong. And the idea is you are transformed into a new creation. Gemini in the North Node until January 2022 affects your place of work, your daily routines, your health, and even your pets. So these are all areas that are really good if you want to start a side hustle or a career change. And that could involve pet grooming, dog walking, or a dog school, any health product or health regime, anything to do with mindfulness, meditation, mind-body connection. Yoga teacher training would be great. You might be particularly looking at more flexibility in your work and getting more value for what you put in. You could also look at finance and investments with this, and that could even include Bitcoin. Aquarius, this transit for you is like an explosion of ideas. You're in a lucky placement with this, and you're sort of downloading and transmitting ideas every moment, all the connections. It's very electrical. If you were thinking about starting up something independently that runs under your own steam, where you do all the tasks and you really get to express your ideas and creativity, then that's the path to follow. If you're choosing a name for your new business or your side hustle, choose something with your own name in it. It will have more power in this transit. There's a lot of confidence in this aspect for you. So you'll have that real get up and go to get yourself out there and do PR and marketing and whatever it is you need to get your name and your face out there, aligned with the product or the service that you're pushing. Because you're Aquarian, you're probably looking at things to do with technology and innovation. Any of those Gemini themes that were listed before would suit you down to the ground in this position. Pisces, this Gemini North Node aspect for you still keeps you in the home. So you might not be ready to come fully out. You also might be looking at a home business or turning your home into a business. Interior design, family businesses, and even property investment or renovating and flipping houses. All of these areas might be really inspiring for you, Pisces. Gemini might have you writing from personal experience or a biography. If you are thinking about making the move, it's okay to set it up at home and not necessary to hire an office or a shop front for what you want to do up until January 2022. Make the most of it, Pisces. It's a really great opportunity. Astrology helps you seize the timing and take advantage of the opportunities. So you might not make a fortune with your side hustle, but you'll definitely be able to get your feet on the ground and get set up and make the connections. So give it a go. Like, follow, share and subscribe.